And Mary's in the building.
Well,
welcome,
apparently.
Mary.
Thank you. Good morning. How you doing?
Yeah, fine. So are you well rested after that Friday event?
Well,
Goodness me.
will I say rested? You know how the weekend just enters itself with different activities.
Can imagine.
Well, yes, I would say
Yeah.
it's been quite an interesting weekend, starting from the Yanga FM launch.
Yes.
That took place on Friday.
We've been
So
saying
Friday
Yanga they
evening.
come, Yanga they come.
Yes,
Finally.
Yanga finally arrived.
Yes, indeed.
Though we've not gotten out from the bus, but it has finally arrived, and we are so excited about it.
Yeah.
As it is, the presenters are some of the best in the industry, so we are looking forward to having them give us the very best of themselves, especially on air.
So for those that don't know what Yanga means, we're talking about Yanga 89.9 FM. It is an urban pigeon station.
Absolutely.
So what's the difference between normal pigeon and then urban pigeon?
So, you know, when you talk about pigeon, people tend to go berekete, all this solid pigeon that you would have to decipher the meaning. With Yanga, it is the kind of pigeon that you and I speak.
Okay.
So it's easy to understand, it's easily relatable. Okay. And it's not just the urban, it's the first urban pigeon station in the world. This is the first time it's happening. We've had several pigeon stations, but this one, we're like, you're listening to an English station, except it's a pigeon twist. Okay. And so we have now made it, we've localized it in a way that would also be interesting to the listeners.
Now we're looking forward to it. An amazing ensemble of anchors, presenters from all over Nigeria. And I'm loving the energy and the vibe. If you haven't seen it, you should check them out on Instagram. That's Yanga 899 FM. Yeah,
yes,
so check
yes,
them out.
Absolutely. And talking about celebrations, today is the Eid.
Yeah,
a lot of people. Yeah.
Just before today, it was Mother's Day, of course, yesterday.
Yesterday.
No, it was Mothering Sunday.
Mothering Sunday,
Mothering
rather.
Sunday.
Yes,
That's true, and yeah, Mothering Sunday. So I think there's still Mother's Day coming. So this was Mothering Sunday. So yeah, it was a time to celebrate all wonderful mothers, all of you, and you know, to those who are aspiring mothers and all of that. I think it's a concept of, for me, mothering is about, I love that it's Mothering Sunday. It's about the concept of raising someone. So even if it's not a biological child,
absolutely.
If at any point in time you have played that motherly role, it could even be to a sibling. In fact, most of the times it has happened where a sibling is playing a mother to the rest of the family. So it could be a sibling, it could be to a ward, somebody you're not related to by blood. It could be to a nephew, to a niece, and to everybody. So if you've ever played a mothering role, it's just a Sunday. The time to celebrate you. Of course, it wraps up the month of March, which is Women's Day and all of that. And of course, the Eid has given us what now? Extra 2 holidays. Someone made mention that Easter was next week, but it's not. It's 2 weeks' time. So when the person mentioned it, and everybody was like, it's going to be back to back. But you know, it so happens that at a time when Muslims are fasting and Christians are fasting, I just want to mention we should religion. You know, religion is a very, very strong part of what we do, why we do what we do. I was telling someone the other time that when we are swearing in presidents and all of that, you know, we swear by religious books. Yeah. So that just tells you how much of a tenet it is. But I feel that as a people, we should learn to make our lives an episode, either as a Muslim or a Christian, of what your religion entails, rather than just be vocal or verbal about it. If we did, then we'd have a better country. If you think about the other person as though, if you know, I know for Christianity, the tenets of Christianity is about love. Yeah. And then even Islam. Giving. Even Islam is all about care for, you know, being equal. I know something about Islam is that there's that equality that, look, you don't look down on people. Wherever somebody is, you don't look down on people, and then you also stretch out a giving hand, which is all about this. So that's why Muslims are always ready to share. If I cannot afford a ram, okay, let's come together, let's do together. So it's about that communality. So the religions as they were, they espouse violence and all of us. So we should internalize it. That's just what I'm saying. And then we'll probably have a better country. Not just a country that is high ranking as one of the most religious countries in the world. Nigeria is one of the most religious countries. I mean, on the sun, have you seen Also on a Friday or on a Sunday. You know how it can be, a Friday or a Sunday. You know, everybody was...
So statistically, everything that Mike is saying is actually fact. So, you know, there's this show called The Chosen, right? Which is about Jesus and his disciples and all that. And they actually decided to launch the new season here in Nigeria for the first time all over the world. So, because Nigerians were the biggest fan base in Africa, and that tells you something. It tells you about the fact that the culture has so ingrained religion into it that we cannot ignore it. We can't push it aside. We have to begin to imbibe those values no matter in every aspect of what we do. So it really pains me when you see someone who you know preaches and talks all the time, and then if someone needs help in their space, you don't see them there. You know, if, for instance, you have a community where there are a few people in the community that need help or need support, and then there's maybe one person who's well-to-do in that particular place, and the person is not doing anything, what does that say about the person? You
know, just yesterday I was talking to my producer Olamide. We're having this. I think Titi was also there. He was talking about how even from the little he had, or almost at times nothing, but somebody needed something. And even if it seems as though they are taking advantage of you, but if you can, do help. Now some people are doing it for themselves because they understand how the universe works with them.
Yeah.
They have to give to let the ecosystem flow because maybe that's how they receive. So my point is, rather than just on our pulpits, on wherever, on our lecterns, wherever we propagate the gospel, as it were, or whatever we're doing, you know, come on, let it get past the building. Let it get past that place. Let it get past it's not the buildings. It's about us. And so if we are that religious and as a country, we hate ourselves so much and we're doing so much, then that means there's a disjoint. That means that hypocrisy is probably up higher on the stand than where religion is. And that is where we are as a country.
It's also important for us to understand and also highlight the need for tolerance. Oftentimes, people condemn what they do not understand. If you do not understand something, it's best you keep your opinions to yourself or learn more about it. I know there's this thing of people talking different things about Islam. However, Islam is a beautiful religion. I mean, this is a religion that not only unites, as you mentioned earlier, there are also several positivity that surrounds Islam. So if you do not understand the religion, I always say to people, just keep your thoughts to yourself. And another thing you need to also understand is, just like we Africans or all over the world, sometimes religion gets mixed with local traditions and culture. And so when you see a place that, oh, they are well known for this particular religion, and then they are also doing certain things, how about finding out if their tradition or the culture of that place is probably what's influencing it and not the religion itself? Understanding things goes a very long way. It helps you to better understand how it works. And that's why I'm saying tolerance. Tolerance, seek knowledge. The fact that you belong to a particular religious sect does not mean you shouldn't read about another religious sect. I, for one, I have read the Quran and I know just how many beautiful things are within. So it's your personal choice whether or not you want to gain knowledge about other religions. But please, avoid condemning other people's religions. You can criticize if you want, that's fine, but avoid condemnation unless you are very sure of what you're talking about.
Now, I've already seen some people in the area all in their finery because the holiday is happening. That's one thing I love. During the Eid holiday, you see people come out with their best dress. Yeah. They're going out to celebrate today. And really, I have to congratulate them because a lot of our colleagues went through the fast. And it was just like, you know, you're just rooting for them. Like, okay, yeah, don't worry, it's almost over. It's almost over. We're going to get to the end of the fast and we're all going to celebrate and we're all going to be happy.
Some of us still have a long way to go.
Oh yeah, well, so Christians are still fasting.
Yes.
Till I
Catholics
think,
still have till the almost the end of this month. 20th is Easter, I believe. So
okay.
yes,
right.
So the fast is still going on till about 3 weeks time. I'm a Catholic. In case you're wondering why I'm talking so much about Islam, it's just like it's a beautiful religion.
I'll tell you to everybody. While we are in this period and all of this is wrapping up, remember, before you are a traditionalist, before you are Muslim, before you're a Christian, you're a human.
Yes, you're a person. Very important.
If as a Christian, if Chinese had colonized us, you'd probably be kneeling in front of a Buddha statue.
Well,
absolutely.
So, yeah,
that's a very valid point.
You are a human. You're a human, and be a human who is humane.
Yeah, you're a product of your own influences, so ensure you imbibe positivity.
We have quite a lot still coming up on the show. We have to take a quick break at this point. We'll be back after this.